Morning. So I'm just out here taking a little walk with Lucy, and I've been thinking about consent in our horsemanship and our training. And I think most people I talk to would say, yes, absolutely. I want my horse to enjoy what we do together. I want my horse to be comfortable and say yes to the things that I ask. We don't want to use force. We don't want to have to take something from our horses that they're not willing to give us freely. But it's a little tricky because consent is not the same thing as always saying yes. So consent has to do with choice. It has to do with a willingness to accept whatever the answer is, even if it's not the answer we want. And my coach and mentor has really well addressed this issue in saying that, the only way we know that consent is truly on the table is when our horses tell us no, and they feel comfortable telling us no. We're comfortable receiving that information, and we have, the self skills, we have the tools to work within that. So one of the things that I see, and I work with, general horse population, but also I do wellness programs with non-horse people, and it's really appealing, this idea that we can have consent from our horses. That makes sense to a lot of people, especially non-horse people. But what it quickly turns into is this idea that if I do it right, the horse will say yes. If I'm, if the horse says yes, then that's, the success. And sure, that's a piece of it. But there becomes this fixation on how do I get her to do the thing? So if I can get her to do the thing, then I get an adrenaline rush, I get that dopamine hit, and I feel like I've won. I've gotten the answer right. And I guess where I kind of have come to think about it is perhaps the end result is the same. Perhaps the end result is our horses are saying yes to us more, and we're getting more cooperation, more collaboration, more connection with our animals. But it's not because our horse will kind of blindly say yes to anything we say or ask. It's more so we get better at asking the right questions. And so when our horse says no, or when our horse isn't sure, we get better at adjusting and listening and kind of doing some critical thinking around what the horse can say yes to, or perhaps how powerful that no is. But really, understanding that it's on us to do the work, to ask questions the horse can say yes to, instead of getting a horse who will absolutely say yes no matter what we ask. So I just wanted to put that out there as something to think about. Lucy is asking me for some affection in this moment, and sometimes she can do that a little stronger than I would prefer. So she might not get a yes from me. And here she is having that conversation. Hello, I hear you. So yeah, that's my thought for today. Have a great day.